All righty then. How we doing? I think we're live in most spots. Let's walk through this. Let's get this to here. Let's see. Did it go live? I hope it did. There we are. Yeah, we're live. I'm going to give a little bit of time to get everybody in. Make sure we got it. Just thinking.me. I've got to go in here and do, in order to enable it for comments. There we go. Just got comments there. And then finally, let me check YouTube. I think we're good to go. Ah, look at there. Okay, yeah, it's up. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, my dog is hacking up a lung in the background. So
okay, yeah, it's up. All right.
There we go. All right. There. We're good. All right. How am I doing on sound? Hey, what's going on, family? I see y'all are already in here. Wow. Okay. Chris, what's up, dude? Hoping you're well, man. Glad to connect with you, brother. Really good opportunity to see everybody. Jeff, Chris is in the building. Daniel Harper, Jeff C. Molick, I believe that is. Any idea on when their next episode will be? I'm guessing not till after the new year. Will you be guessing wrong, Jeff? You be guessing wrong about that. I'm going to talk about that tonight. We'll talk about that. Justin Peters, man, I better. If I had hair. Hey, brother Justin, how are you, man? The Just Thinking for Myself crew. Ashley, what's going on? Hey, what's up, sis? Keith, Jake, what's going on? Ryan Lord is in the building. Hey, thanks for the congratulations, man. Great to hear from you. Mark, Laverne. Hey, Ashley, thanks so much. Appreciate that. The Sage Traveler says you guys are the best. Rochelle Reck, hey, lady, what's going on? Rashida, Sarah, Lynetta's in the building. Oh, man, look at this. Looking forward to this. Well, I've got a show for you today. I'm hoping sound quality is good. I've got this brand new mic, and I was working with Dwayne, brand new, just spiffy mic. I was working with Dwayne to get it all put together, and I just didn't. I mean, something's wrong with my laptop, so I'm still trying to figure that out. Rashida, hey, what's going on? Man, it's great to see all you guys in here. What's up, Just Thinkers? Lee Dunn, what's going on, Lee? Jason, what's up, man? Peter, Trish, Robin, J316 Ministries. The sound is good. Sound quality good. All right. Well, listen, without further ado, let's get started. I've got a lot of ground that I want to cover with you all tonight, and a lot of things I want to share. Mike Reed, hey, man, good to have you. Praise God for the way he's using you, and pray will continue with more grace and more gospel work. Thank you, brother. Thanks so much, man. Great to hear from you. Mark, Keith Porter, Mark Lilly, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. So let's start out, man, because I love greeting everybody. I love seeing everybody in the chat. Drop us a line. Let us know you're there. Kind of talk to us. Man, love connecting with you guys. So a lot of ground to cover. A lot of things happening. A lot that I want to share with you. I got the go-ahead. I talked to Daryl. I got the go-ahead for most of what I'm going to share with you. And we'll walk you through kind of what's going on there and the like. So let me pull up. I never do a show without something of an outline. And so wanted to pull up the show outline and kind of walk you through what we're going to talk about. First of all, and a lot of you have already kind of alluded to it, I had a big announcement, the big announcement that I would be leaving Westside Church and going to a position, a role with G3 Ministries, with Josh Bison, G3 Ministries. Can I tell you how blown away I am by all of that? I'll briefly share a little bit about that here, because this is not what that's about. This is not what this particular show is about. And but I do know that there are folks who are kind of wondering kind of what happened and how things have gone. And it's been a process of time over the course of the last maybe 3 or 4 months exclusively. But even prior to that, Josh, I guess, had been watching my ministry and kind of what's going on with Just Thinking and different things, and had just as opportunities with G3 have been exploding and expanding with G3 Ministries. They've been looking for someone to fulfill a role. The role that I'll be fulfilling is the Executive Director of Operations. I'll be providing oversight for a lot of the conference piece, as well as some of the social media stuff. But in addition to that, I apologize for digging in my eye. In addition to that, I'll be working with Josh on whatever that brother tells me I'm doing. So a lot of planning. It was a wonderful, great ground floor opportunity. Man, I could not be more excited about that whole situation and what's going to happen there. This is a bittersweet opportunity, in that I'm excited about that opportunity. The sad part is leaving my local church body. If you are following my Facebook page at all, you kind of know I spent quite a bit of time unpacking just for my folks and my church family, my heartache about leaving and about what that looks like for me. Man, I've been in ministry here at Westside Church for a little over 6 years. I've been a member of Westside Church for all of the 10, 12 years. We moved here to Omaha, Nebraska. I moved my family here in February of 2008. And so it's been 12 years that we've lived in Omaha, Nebraska. Prior to that, I was in Oklahoma. I was in Oklahoma City. And so we've been at that church for close to 12 years. I've been on staff for a little over 6. And man, there's nothing I can say but great things about my church family, and about how much I love Westside Church. And so you know that it had to be an incredibly ridiculous, amazing opportunity for me to even consider leaving. And that is exactly what the opportunity at G3 is. And so I cannot wait for that. I will start work relatively soon. For me, not soon enough. Once my heart is committed to something, I'm so all in. And so I went down this past week. I was down there for a conference kind of Friday and Saturday with some planning and such. And man, I can't wait to just land there and get started in earnest and push the envelope on all the amazing things that Josh has planned to do. As he began to unpack what he's thinking and what he's planning, I just got more excited about what this opportunity is going to represent. So Kofi, what's up, Doc? Hey, man, Kofi, I will tell you, brother, you're one of those people that you are one of the first people that I met at G3. And, one of those, and it's crazy because in 2017, when we all got to G3, there were a lot of us who had just begun kind of expanding our social media footprint. And I remember connecting with you in 2017 and then looked forward to actually meeting you in person at G3 at 2017. So when the announcement came out, you're one of the people that I looked for to see kind of what your reaction was as well, because I connect you with even my first experiences at and with and Kevin from Rochester, New York. And then Frankie from San Diego. Appreciate you a ton. Jared, happy Thanksgiving to you, brother. And so that's kind of where things are and what's going on. Excited about the new opportunity, sad about my church family and departing there, but I've got some time here over the course of the next few weeks. November 29th, which is coming up this Sunday, I will be, I see Dwayne. Dwayne, what's up, Doc? I hope you just shout me out and saying what's up rather than there's a problem. So Dwayne is look, for those who don't know, Dwayne is the executive producer of all of this stuff. And so if he chimes in on something, I'm like, okay, what do I need to do? How did I need to do it? And all of that good stuff. So, no, I'm excited. I'm sad. All of the things all at the same time. So it's a rush of emotion, with that regard. So, what else can I tell you about that time frame? Time frame for me is I told you I'm preaching on the November 29th this Sunday at my home church. So I get a chance to do that. I'm excited about that. We're going to be talking about how the church is essential. The church is essential. So we're going to cover some of that ground, and I'll walk through some stuff on that. And then December 6th, I will be, there'll be kind of a reception for us, for my family, as that's kind of our last Sunday there at Westside Church. I will be picking things up with G3 immediately. I'll be talking with Josh right after the holiday about time schedule and all that. So I will be involved at G3 and with G3 Ministries immediately, primarily from I'll be doing, I'll be here doing some remote stuff, but I'll also be traveling to Douglasville, Georgia, the home of Praise Mill Baptist Church and G3 Ministries. So I'll be traveling there and really kind of getting my feet on the ground there. And man, I cannot wait to dive into that whole process. So that's kind of what's going on. My family will be on a little bit of a slower trajectory. I'll be doing a lot of back and forth, flying in, flying out, moving in, moving out for a while. My family it'll be a slower process. We have a home to sell. So if you're interested in buying a home, I've got one to sell here in Omaha, and then we'll be moving down there. My son, my youngest son, is still in school. So we're going to try to do our best to have him finish up the school year and then immediately move the family down. But I will be in place, locked and loaded, and doing things much sooner than that. So that's kind of how all of that goes down. Joe Z, what's up? Joe Z is the man. Travis, hey brother, good to see you, man. Jacqueline, see you from Jacksonville, Florida. And Virgil now start sweating, right? Yeah, these sweater vests have got to go once I get to to Georgia. Either that or you're talking about Dwayne checking in one way or another. So here's the big question. Lisa Kelly, hey, what's going on? She says, hey, you'll do an amazing job. Happy for you and your family. You and Tamika will be missed. Well, thanks so much for that. Melissa Harrison, what's going on, sister? How are you? Let me tell you this. So much. Hey, Antonio, thanks, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for the shout out. Kids and I will still be at Westside Church, be at Westside as well. So be connecting there. Melissa Owens, congratulations. Prayers for a smooth transition for you and the family. So thank you so much for that. Miss T Diane is in the building. So yeah, y'all can hit her up with all the questions and the like, and I'll continue to try to roll through our content. So I told you a little bit about my time schedule here with Westside and how I plan on kind of jumping in as quickly as possible with G3 and the like. And that's going to be absolutely amazing. A lot more I can tell you. The big question has been, so the announcement comes out in social media. Josh Weiss did a great job. The team at G3 did a great job of just making that announcement known to everybody via email, social media, and the whole 9 yards. And so I received, man, a flood of, congratulatory stuff, either on Twitter, which went nuts, or on Facebook in some spaces, even on IG, so on Instagram. So, and then my phone, I mean, folks who knew me and had connection to me were texting me and calling and the like. So just congratulations from everywhere. But the congratulatory stuff went something like this. It went something like, Man, that's awesome. Congratulations on this new opportunity for G3. That's great. By the way, are you still doing Just Thinking? And followed much more closely by, so what are they going to call you now since you're going to leave Omaha? Like, you know, is Daryl going to change your moniker? You know, is it no more Omaheezy, no more Omaha? What's the deal? So those were the two questions. So it was like, congratulations on that. By the way, are you guys still doing Just Thinking, right? Is that, you know, that's still happening? And then followed closely by hey, what's up on your moniker? What are you going to do now? You know, and what's been funny is in talking with Daryl, I've been, this whole process has been a process where I've been talking with Daryl when the offer kind of came my direction and we begun kind of some of the initial conversations. I let Daryl know. I mean, that's my brother. We roll together. That's kind of how that works. So I called him and let him know what's up. And of course, he started trying to work things from another angle, from the GTY angle. I won't go into all of that, but yeah, he's been kind of jawing with me about we're gonna have to call you Oma G3, you know, G3V, G3, and so he's playing around with a lot of different stuff. One of the things that he told me was, and I'm, since he's checking in, I'm sure he'll chime in on this, is that the one who, first of all, the one who gives out the monikers with the Just Thinking team, that's Daryl. That's Daryl. So that'll be his deal. He'll do whatever he can do with regard to that. So I don't have any plans to change anything or to make anything any different or yeah, Oma G3, right? right, Chris. And so I have no plans on changing any of that. Let me do one thing really quickly. And then, so I have no plans on changing any of that, right? Daryl is the one who assigns all of those. And what he informed me and much of the team, of course, as this thing unfolded, we have a team of incredible people. If you've listened to, I think it's episode 100, either it's episode 99 or episode 100. We unpacked the whole thing for the team. And so that kind of deal. So you have to check out who's all on the team. I think we've added one person to that. I think we've added Chris Huff to the team since we did that episode. I don't know. Chris is our public relations guy. He does all of our speaking engagements and kind of publicizes the shows and that kind of thing. And so maybe Chris is the only one, but you have to go back and listen to that. But anyway, Daryl informed the whole team that that you have to that monikers are earned, right? Monikers aren't just thrown around. We don't just throw around monikers around here. You have to earn those. And so with regard to that, I'll have to wait and see what he decides to do. Personally, if I have my personal druthers, I just keep me as Omaha. My heart will, there'll be a part of my heart that will always be here. From a standpoint of our church family, to parts of our family who may or may not stay here long term, and so all of that is a piece of the puzzle. So, I'm good with being Omaha wherever I'm at. It's worked well. It's kind of how we got started. I don't plan on changing it, but again, that'll be that. I saw somebody put a deal and said, the fans can poll in, and we've tried that, but it hasn't, nothing's worked. Because when the fans tried to change Daryl to Hollywood Harrison, that did not stick. Right. When he moved out to California, they tried to change it. It just nothing's really sticking. So that's kind of what's come up. Jessica Perna, hey, what's going on, Jess? Excited for you and the family, but we'll miss you. We'll have a road trip down. Yeah, look, sis, you already know. I mean, I've got a picture of Dan and me and all of us at G3. So, and now the conference is in October, latter part of September, early part of October. So, and I know Dan is committed to some other things down out in California. but we would definitely love to have him swing out, to have all of you swing out as a family. I would love to be able to roll out the red carpet for you guys out there and at G3. So anyway, I think we're done with the G3 talk. Let's move into issues with regard to just thinking exclusively. Let me just start by saying we continue, Daryl, myself, and the rest of the team, we continue to be overwhelmed by you all's support, by the support that you all provide. It's jaw dropping. It's amazing. It's incredible. We love the fans. We love you guys. We're blown away by how you respond, not only to each episode as it's dropped, but how you share it, what you say to us. I'm going to tell you some stories. So just prepare for that tonight. I'm going to tell you some stories about some of you all as fans who have reached out to us, have connected with us, and the like. It's just absolutely amazing. So first of all, let me start out by talking about our previous episode, the doctrine of elections. We have witnessed a chaotic election cycle, right? And it's not over. We're still in the litigation process of voting irregularities and what's going on with that. While the likelihood of changing the outcome it seems to be diminishing, I do believe there's something worth fighting for in ensuring that the process is fair and that every legal vote is counted. And so I think all of that's fair. With regard to the podcast in particular, you all blew that podcast up. It's been everywhere. I don't know, either Dal or Dwayne, somebody in here, if you guys are here and you know the actual count of listens and downloads, if you guys would throw that into one of the chats so I can read that off. I probably should have pulled that up early on, but Ethan, what's going on, man? Don't be a stranger, bro. We love you out here. Hey, no doubt, brother. There's no way. And Ethan, we've got to connect. I'll be here for a while, and we definitely have to connect. So that would be great. Philip I. Johnson, Oma G3 makes a little sense though, considering the reason the nickname change is in question is because he's moving. Why keep the Oma part if he's not going to be in Omaha anymore? Omaha just sticks. Yeah, I think Omaha works. So that's what's up. So 59. Okay, thanks for that, Dwayne. 59,000 downloads. Let me explain to you the impact of that. 59,000 downloads for the doctrine of elections. The vast majority of people don't download a podcast, right? The vast majority of people just listen to the podcast. So whenever there's a download, that tells us that, man, maybe twice that many have just listened to the podcast without downloading it. Do you know what I'm saying? So the average person just streams it. They don't download the podcast for later listening, but we've got incredible listeners who download it because they can't listen to it all in one setting. So they'll download it, listen to maybe in half hour, maybe 45 minutes. One of the things that we were talking about in our meeting is the high retention rate of the downloads. So once you download it, you guys are listening to, the full breadth and depth. I mean, we've got, high, 70s, 80% listening through an hour to an hour and a half of a podcast that's sometimes 2 or 2.5 hours long. And so you guys are just amazing to us. And we're just grateful for you. Daryl said, just thinking podcast listener supporters are absolutely the best in the world, hands down. And you guys are. We mean that. And there's so much I want to share with you about that. Let me first start with the episode. Daryl and I spent 2 hours, close to, or maybe a little bit more than that, never bringing up the name of a particular candidate, but unpacking the doctrine behind how and why you should vote, what you should be thinking about as you navigate into the voting booth. That doctrine should not be left at the doorstep of the voting booth, but that it should be that which informs you as you walk into the voting booth. And so that's kind of what that looks like. Yeah, Daryl corrected me. 2 hours and 20 minutes on that particular. At 2 hours and 20 minutes, guys. And here's the crazy part. By the time Daryl and I finished that, man, we were energized. Like we weren't like, I'm tired. This is over. We were really, and I think Daryl, it had a lot to do with the fact that we recorded earlier in the day. And so, we rather than Sunday night late in the evening, and then so having for me, it's 3 services. So I've got at the time we had an 8 o'clock service, a 9:30 service, and an 11:11 service, plus whatever else I had to do. I'd come home, pour through notes, make sure I dotted I's and crossed T's, and we would get on the phone, or we would be up to record at, I don't know, what is it, 6 o'clock? Was it 5 o'clock, Calvin? I can't remember. I think it's 5 o'clock my time. Yeah, 5 o'clock, Calvin. We have Eastern time is elect. Central time is Calvin, and then Pacific time is Puritan. So that's kind of how we do. That's kind of how we do the time frames. But that's kind of the deal. And so we would record, and so we do 2 hours from 6 to 8 o'clock my time. And we'd be wiped, and so we moved the time a bit earlier so that we're a little bit fresher, and so that kind of works out. But yeah, be praying for us. We're getting ready to start our next episode. I'm going to table that for now and talk about that toward the end of our time. But I wanted to let you know we've got that episode coming up. Let me talk about more about the fans and more about some of the things that we're experiencing. I'll start by saying, because of you and because of the podcast and because of its popularity, a number of different churches, over the course of time have reached out. And so Philip says, I love how you all don't restrain your episodes to a certain time, but take the time to take us through things thoroughly. Philip, thank you for that. We are indeed a long form podcast, meaning we're not a 20-minute, 25-minute, or a 20-minute TED Talk. We're going to unpack scripture. We're going to walk through all kinds of issues. And so that's kind of how we do things. And it's just one of those deals that we take very seriously. We get done when we get done. I'm sitting on a ridiculous notes that my brother just sent me for this next episode, which I'm going to table for now. I'll talk about later. All right. Because of you, because of the popularity of this show, churches have reached out across the country, either to have us in a podcast form, where they'll record a Zoom for a podcast, or they'll live stream us into a service, or they'll record something for later. I've got some stuff that I've got to work on for tomorrow for some folks in Africa. In fact, I blame Daryl for that one. I say blame tongue in cheek. I'm looking forward to just an incredible opportunity that we have as a result of just thinking. And so we've done that, but we've also had the opportunity to go to churches and be engaged in talks across the country. We did the conference in Tampa, Florida for Sovereign Nations. We've been to Bartlett, Tennessee. We did a conference early in the year in January. We've been to Bossier City, Louisiana. We've been to Jefferson City, Missouri. We've been to, just all over some different places and spaces. I know Daryl has traveled to a couple places in Minneapolis and different spaces. I've had the opportunity to do some things even locally as a result. It's been a lot of fun doing those things. Everywhere we've gone, we've run into folks who have enjoyed the show. I remember in Jefferson City, which I'm going to talk about, the incredible folks at Freshwater Church there in Jefferson City. Daryl, I know Daryl remembers this. I will not forget this woman who walked up to me and Daryl, older lady, just who said, "Listen, I want to thank you guys because as all of this social justice stuff began rolling around, she said, and folks are pushing the Black Lives Matter narrative. She said, I didn't know how to articulate what I was feeling. But at the end of the day, I just knew in my heart, this does not settle well with me. And what she's talking about is she's talking about the narrative that says because of her skin color, she's a racist. And there's nothing that she can say about it differently. And that, if she were to say, no, I've not committed a racist act, well, that she would need to check her white privilege. And if she felt like she didn't have white privilege, it's because her angst about the issue was evidence of her white fragility. She's an older lady and she's going, I don't, this is not my issue. And she said it wasn't until someone passed along the Just Thinking podcast that she had an opportunity to hear us unpack scripture and walk through doctrine systematically around these issues, that she realized that she realized that she wasn't going crazy. And she's saying this to the point of tears. I mean, she is saying this to the point of tears. She is just saying, thank you for Just Thinking. And both Daryl and I are stunned. I mean, we're humbled, we're blown away. I want to say with jaws dropped, we're both looking at each other. Like we never thought, I guess we never thought through the impact that this podcast would have in that regard. And so, man, we're grateful, we're thankful, we're excited about that fact, and we're glad that it's been helping. Her story, I could repeat stories like that over and over and over and over and over again, whether it was people who got a chance to meet us in person, or a message that someone has inboxed, or I was sharing when I was in Atlanta this past week. I've got an inbox of 1,000 emails, at least. Whether if I added my IG feed, my Facebook feed, emails, thousands, and this is no exaggeration, thousands of emails from people across the country and inbox messages from people across the country who A, love Just Thinking, B, are dealing with this issue around CRT that is just mind blowing, right? It's jaw dropping what they're having to deal with. And they are really grateful and thankful that Just Thinking is out there doing what we're doing. And so we're grateful. Here's the thing. They wouldn't be experiencing Just Thinking if it weren't for fans like you who are listening and then sharing and then telling other people about the Just Thinking podcast. So we want to thank you guys for pushing this content out, for letting people know that we're out there, that we're doing what we're doing. For guys like Justin Peters, Justin Peters used his platform to promote what we're doing on Just Thinking. For people, I start naming names, I'll get in trouble. But just a lot of great people. Our dear friend Allie Beth Stuckey, who on her platform is promoting what we're doing, and it's been amazing. We're really blown away. Okay, so let me post this up. Daryl's jumping in. He says, from our visit to Freshwater Church, Jefferson City, we were approached by several people inviting us to come speak at their churches. Absolutely, that's true. So we would go and speak somewhere, and then after that, there were other folks who'd say, "Hey, we want you to come speak here. We want you to come speak there," and so that's been exciting. And so, man, thanks, Justin. I mean, just thanks so much. I appreciate you, man. Founders Books AGTV account. I'm watching the feed here a little bit from YouTube. Yeah. Oh, bro, thanks so much, man. Chris, you're a blessing, man. Appreciate you always. You're always. I don't think there's a tweet that goes by or something that's out there that I don't see your name attached to. So thanks so much for how you promote what we do and the like. So the guys at Founders, if I start telling you how much we love the Founders, right? I could do a whole show on Tom Askell, on Jared Longshore, and on Founders and the like, and what the book that we're working on behind the scenes with that, and Sarah Askell, who's doing just yeoman's work on that, which it just reminds me, tomorrow I've got to get into some chapters that she's written, put together for us, edited for us, that I need to take a look at. And so, man, just a lot of stuff, it's so difficult to keep up with everything. Okay, I talked about some of the fans, some of the impact from that and the like. Let me jump into Chris Huff. We love the Founders family, man. Founders Ministries family. That's my man, Chris. Awesome, Sharon. So she said, today I found out the ministry from Rashida. Great. Awesome, Sharon. Great. Good to hear. All right. Speaking engagement, Jefferson City. Daryl already mentioned it. We want a big shout out to Pastor Joshua Hartley, Pastor Ben Wright, student minister, Cal, Kennicott, I believe I'm saying Kyle's name correctly, Elder Luke, Elder John, just amazing people, man, at Freshwater, who had us in at Jefferson City, man. Now I will have to say, y'all's airport, that is in Columbia, Missouri. Okay, listen. I've never seen, that wasn't an airport. That was a hangar, right? I flew in from, I think Daryl flew in from Dallas. So he went from where he was out in California to Dallas, and from Dallas to Columbia, Missouri. Like, it is one hangar. It is two, exits, and that's it. Like, you land, you get out, you walk on the tarmac. I mean, you pick up your bag right on the tarmac and walk into the building. I posted some pictures on my Facebook page. It's crazy. Okay. So, but we got there, you get a car, and then you drove to Jefferson City. We got there, and the people were amazing, man. I felt so bad. Pastor Josh, the lead pastor there at Freshwater, wanted us to come in and had hyped us to his people, and then he got ill and could not be at any of the conference. And so he sent his dear wife to greet us and to embrace us in that space. And then Pastor Ben Wright, man, that brother picked up the ball and took care of it. We had a couple hundred people who joined us for the conference that was there. We had a great time. Daryl did a great job unpacking what he shared. Listen, when you have us in, I will say this: if you have us in, definitely you want to give Daryl 50 minutes to speak. Like, if you're thinking, okay, we normally do 35 minutes of talking and then we wrap, and then no, that's not going to cut it. When we come, we want to unload. In order for us to do that, 50 minutes is probably the sweet spot, of having us speak and kind of walk through the amount of content that we have to go through. I mean, we do 2 hours. Think about it. We do 2 hours of content on our podcast. So 50 minutes of speaking time is definitely where you'll want to land with regard to that. So definitely that's kind of what we want to do there. So Daryl did a great job unpacking his. I did a talk, and then we did another. Daryl says, I need an hour. Forget 50 minutes. Brother needs 60 minutes. Okay. So here's something to think about. So if you're having us in and you've got somebody coming up to do, like, they do 3 songs and then there's an introduction, you might want to cut it down to a song and then just let the brother roll, right? And so, but that's kind of what's up. And then 50 minutes will be the part of the process. So Daryl did the issue is enmity. It's enmity, not ethnicity. Enmity, not ethnicity. Did a great job with that. And then I unpacked kind of some historic stuff. Did a comparison of of the civil rights movement with the BLM movement. We looked back at James Cone and kind of unpacked all of his theology and how that's informed modern day evangelicals who have embraced the Black Lives Matter movement. So did that. Then we did a Q&A, and bro, I think the Q&A was an hour and a half Q&A. And then so we did the Q&A, and then after that we stuck around, man, for another probably hour and a half, 2 hours, and we were the last ones to leave. So we answered every question, talked to every person until everybody was ready to roll. And then we came back the next morning. The next morning, I was up to preach, and so I preached 2 services. And Daryl and I switched. Like there'll be some times where if there's a couple of services, or there's a morning and an evening service, because like we did this in where were we? We were in Bossier City at First Bossier. There was a morning service, and I can't remember. I think it was 9, 10 o'clock or whatever. So Daryl took the morning service, and then they had an evening service at 6. And so then I preached the evening service. And so Daryl and I will switch off. And so that was that. So Q&A was about 1 hour and 40 minutes. And then there was another 2 hours meeting and talking with people. Yeah, by the time we got back to the hotel, we were white. That's kind of how we do it. Eric Muldrow says, is there any video content? Let me shout out this brother right here. My man Eric is a beast. If y'all aren't following Eric, you need to, right? Muldrow does great work, man, on his show. Just check him out, follow him, tag him. Eric, type up what it's called, Red Letter Conversations, I think, if I got that right. So definitely type that up. I want people to know about you. He helped me out right before I was about to go up for a Q&A. I texted the brother and asked him, hey, tell me about the number of police interactions in the United States annually. He was like, bro, here's what it is. Here's the numbers. Here's the breakdown. You did this, da-da-da-da. He had all of the numbers. So when I went up for the Q&A, I was like, bam, I had it, right? All accessible. So my boy hooked me up, and man, I just wanted to shout you out for that. Mayve says, when are you coming to Rochester, Minnesota? When are you going to tell a pastor to call us, and we will be there. We will definitely come. All right. So that's what's up. Hey, Eric, check the respective websites. Freshwater. There you go. Yeah. So he's saying, let me shoot this up. Freshwater should have that content up at some point. And so definitely check that out. Yeah, you definitely want to follow Eric, man. Follow that brother. He's got it going on. All right. So I talked about the podcast, Doctrine of Elections. I talked about the fans. I talked a little bit about the speaking engagements. We had a great time with the pastoral staff as well. Daryl and I got a chance to speak with some of the elders. We got a chance to talk about a number of different issues around not only social justice, but just about church. Freshwater is an amazing church with amazing elders. It's called Code Red Conversations. Here it is. Code Red Conversations on YouTube. Eric Muldrow. Definitely check his stuff out. All right. There is just a lot of great things that they've got going on. And Daryl and I were able to have some great conversations and with them and kind of speak into what they were doing there. We talked about ecclesiology. We talked about discipleship. We talked about all kinds of stuff, man. I got a chance to share some of my background, and just a phenomenal time. So not only did we get a chance to engage the people, we really got a chance to pour into the elders and just kind of share some ideas from that standpoint. So that's kind of what's up. So Daryl was saying this: if your church would like to have Virgil and me come and speak, reach out to Chris Huff. You can check him out at chris@justthinking.me. chris@justthinking.me. I think I got that right. Yeah, Chris. There it is. chris@justthinking.me. So you can email Chris. He takes care of all of that stuff. He's saying the content is up on the Freshwater site. Here's the link. I need to go back and look at that. I haven't even looked at that, man. There was also the guys from Redeeming Truth podcast out in Arizona. They did a podcast with us a while back, and then that dropped as well. And I hadn't had a chance to really promote that either. I mean, it's just so much stuff going on. So talked about that. Love those guys. Shout out to them. Thanks for having us come out and be a part of that. Daryl and I had a great time. We always enjoy getting a chance to hang out with each other. The trips back are a lot, man. I mean, they are a lot. Just the travel. I mean, it's not only the time we invest at the location. Justin Peterson knows something about this, right? All the travel that he does, man. The travel alone can just absolutely wear you out. So that's what's up. Hey, Miss Jessica, what's going on, sis? And so that's what's up there. All right. Sovereign Nations. The Sovereign Nations videos are slowly coming out. We went to the conference in Tampa, and man, every speaker hit it out of the ballpark. So I just want to shout that out. If you haven't had a chance to go on YouTube and check out Sovereign Nations, the videos that we did, that conference, The Great Awakening, that we did, it was awesome. So definitely get on there and check that out. Check out what Tom Askell, Phil Johnson. I don't think Phil's stuff is up. Tom Buck, Josh Bice. Who else? Michael O'Fallon, Justin Peters. Did I say Justin Peters? I meant is it Jeff? What's the brother's name? I'm missing his name. Should just go to the site and I can tell you here in a second. Sovereign Nations. Just a lot of great guys there. Sovereign Nations on social justice. Oh, Rod Martin's stuff is up. You definitely want to check that out. James Lindsay is the name I'm thinking of. James Lindsay is the name that I'm thinking of. So definitely want to check that stuff out. It is really, really quality stuff that I know that you all will be blessed by. And so that's what's up there. What else about Sovereign Nations? That's up. I want to at this point stop and say thank you to the folks who are giving. We don't often talk about money. We rarely do. I don't think we've ever really promoted on the show that people can support us financially. And so what happens is you guys either jump on our website, justthinking.me, and you learn that, hey, there's a button to give, and you do. And we see every single dollar that you give. Some of you all are doing it a one-time donation. Maybe one of the podcasts blessed you, and so you kind of doing a one-time donation, which we're grateful for. Others of you are saying, hey, I want to team up with what you guys are doing. And so you're doing a recurring gift. And we're just jaw dropped. Like our mouth literally is like that people do that. Yeah, Dwayne's got it up at justthinking.me/support. I didn't even know that's what it was. justthinking.me/support. So if you're interested in supporting the show, and I'll do that here, and definitely check it out. Definitely do that. But just know we see every dime, every dollar. We see every message, the whole team. So our whole team sees what you write, and we are encouraged by what you're saying, by how the podcast is blessing you, by what's happening as a result. And so we just want to say thank you. As we roll into the Thanksgiving holiday, I told the guys I really wanted to do just a one-off episode and just say thank you to each and every one of you for your prayer support, for your monetary donation, be it one time, be it frequent, man, we're blown away. It's allowed us to do some really cool things that you're going to see the impact of over time. One of them was the microphone that I'm still trying to work. I've got in front of me, I've got a camera that we've purchased. We're going to begin doing more video, high quality video work in the days to come. And so your support has helped us to do that. And I can't say thank you enough. So Just Thinking set the standard for other podcasts as far as applying scripture to culture. You brothers have your finger on the pulse of culture, man. Well, G316 Ministries, thanks for that, and we're incredibly appreciative. I know I speak for Daryl. We can't thank you enough. Daryl and I, where were we? I think we were. We got done with our speaking engagement at Freshwater, and I know we were exhausted by the time we got done. With not only the talks we had given, the Q&A we had given, the 2 hours after with people. I know we got in the vehicle, we drove ourselves back to the hotel, and I remember looking at Daryl going, man, can you believe all of this from connecting a microphone to a laptop and push and record? I mean, he and I both are just amazed at God's providence in connecting us through Dwayne. We're blown away by how God has used our energy and efforts and just being serious about scripture, taking scripture seriously, and applying it to culture. And it's been amazing, and we're grateful. We don't take any of this for granted. Someone tweeted or texted. Someone tweeted, responded to me and said, "Hey, I knew Virgil before he was famous." And I thought, first of all, Virgil ain't famous. Second of all, we still feel, we pinch ourselves. Daryl and I both, we still pinch ourselves with regard to how God has used this, and we're grateful. So again, much on that. Appreciate you guys. Wanted to say thank you as the holiday rolls in, as Thanksgiving rolls up. We just wanted to take this time and just say thank you. Thank you guys so much for that. All right. What we have in the hopper. All right. What we've got in the hopper. Now we got a lot of stuff brewing. We've got the book that's coming. We're hoping that it drops sometime January-ish timeframe. It is a Just Thinking About the State. And so we are going to unpack that, and it's already in the works. I've got some work this in the next couple of days that I need to go through and read, make sure it looks right and all of that, and do what I need to do on my end. Probably need to get a hold of Sarah as well, and I've got some devotional stuff in the back of the book that I'm responsible for. I need to work on. So it's just, as I say this, I'm reminded of all the additional work that I got to do. So we got the book coming. Daryl and I will be at Founders Conference that's coming up. You definitely want to be there if you're able to. I wonder if they've got any more spots left. January 21st through January 23rd, January 21st through the 23rd. 2021. We will be there at Founders Conference. We're excited about that. Daryl and I will do a live podcast from there, a combo with the guys from The Sword and the Trial, with Jared Longshore, with Tom Askell. And so Just Thinking About the Sword and the Trial is kind of how Jared has positioned what we're going to do, and we're excited about that. So we're going to be talking about the state and the like. And so I can't wait for that conversation. We're also looking at doing. They have a series called Wield the Sword, and Jared sent me some video, bruh. If you're not a part of their content where you can access what, bro, you better get on that, because the stuff that's coming from Founders next year is, and it's mind blowing. And the fact that they're teeing up season 2 by having Daryl and I be a part of that, man, we're honored. And so we're looking forward to that. But mark your calendars, get registered. Founders Conference, January 21st through the 23rd. You'll want to be there. Go to founders.org and you can see if there's still room to register. We've got that coming up. Daryl, if you're still here, bro, you're going to have to help me because we got a lot of stuff coming up that I know that I'm going to forget. We are planning to be at, Wield the Sword. Check out their stuff. Chris has got it up here. Wield the Sword. Yeah. Look, hey, our dear friend Lorene Spratt. Lorene, you're running for office. Sis, you got to tell us about that. Yeah, check out Wielding the Sword, founders.org/Wield the Sword. Oh, get on that for real. Much love from what's white. Whiteness. We got that. Yeah, thanks for helping me with that. Let me go backwards and mention, and I'm gonna cover a little bit more about this ground later on, Daryl. So I haven't totally forgot it. But the next episode of Just Thinking is going to drop December 9th. I need y'all to mark your calendars for that one. I just need you to mark your calendars. December 9th, that episode is going to drop. An exposition of biblical unity. I've got Daryl's notes already in my queue. I have to take the next, week to unpack what he's got in that. It's that ridiculous. And I mean that in every good way. It's just powerful. You're listening for calls from the culture and from evangelicalism about, okay, it's time to unify. It's time to unify. You're also hearing talks about rebuilding. So rebuild. Well, we got to unify so that we can rebuild. We got to unify so that we can rebuild. Unity. Evangelicals are talking about unity. Well, Daryl has picked up on that, and we are going to talk about what does unity mean scripturally? What the basis for that? And so we're gonna see what December 9th. You guys gonna make us wait so long? Listen, Lorraine, if you saw the notes, if I showed you the notes, sis, it's gonna take me a week just to get through what Daryl put together. And especially with all the other stuff that I've got coming. I've got to preach a sermon this coming Sunday, so I got to get ready for that. I got other stuff I got going on. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff happening. So you definitely don't want to miss it. But mark your calendar December 9th. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So I mentioned that. I mentioned Founders. February, where are we going to be? Where's Chris when I need him? Chris Huff. Aren't we going to be somewhere in February, bro? Let me pull up my calendar. Let me pull this up. February, March, April, May, February. We're going to be at True Church Conference, February 17th through the 22nd, it looks like. February 17th through the 22nd. That is in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. So we'll be there 17th through the 22nd at Grace Life Church of Shoals. So that'll be in February. We'll be at ShepCon March. Now we're not speaking at ShepCon, at least not that Daryl has warned me about, but we will be there. If you're at Shepherd's Conference, we would love to meet you, greet you there. It'd be an awesome time to connect with you. And Dwayne, if you're here, Daryl has told me that he is about to renege on his offer for us, and so we might want to book those flights real soon, bro. All right, Chris, it'd be great to see you, man, at ShepCon. So if you're at ShepCon, we'll be there. I think that's all I'm gonna unpack for now. We've got other stuff that's planned, I think out through April, but I'm gonna hold off on all of that. So always worth the wait. Hey, Lorraine, we would love to come back to Bossier. When we coming back to Bossier, I would love to come back. I follow y'all weekly. I love Pastor Brad. I love what he's doing. And in fact, I'm waiting. There's an announcement coming from the Conservative Baptist Network that I'm waiting on, that I'm excited about. So cool. He says we haven't been asked to speak at ShepCon yet. Yeah, bro, I don't have to speak at ShepCon. I don't. Oh yeah. March, the Ligonier conference. We have been asked to speak at the Ligonier's national conference. In that, we're going to be doing a live podcast from there. So if you're going to be at the Ligonier conference, when is that? Ligonier. I always type up the wrong thing. Ligonier, maybe it's .org. There we be. Anybody know? Yeah, there it is. There it is. Winter Conference National Conference is March the 18th, right? March the 18th through the 20th. We will be at Ligonier, at the Ligonier Conference. All right. So we'll be there at the Ligonier Conference. We've been asked to do a live podcast from there. Man, we're pumped about that. So that would be really, really cool. Chris says somebody needs to kick Phil Johnson. Don't kick Phil. Don't fool with Phil. Don't nobody mess with Phil. They have been so gracious to us, no pun intended. When we got a chance to do our live deal for the Truth Matters conference in October, and that was the first time Daryl and I had a chance to meet. So yeah, don't nobody fool with Phil. And listen, I don't have to do. The ShepCon is so fun. It's such a great experience. I just want to be there. I just want to be in the room when all the stuff goes down. So I don't have to speak. So those are the kinds of things that we've got in the hopper. I mentioned our podcast dropping December 9th, A Biblical Exposition of Unity. Thank you. I appreciate you guys a bunch. Appreciate everything that you do for us, for Just Thinking. Chris Huff mentioned it. The right now counts forever. Right now counts forever. The Ligonier's National Conference. All right. So questions. Let me stop because this is the point at which, AGTV. Listen, if y'all have not downloaded the AGTV app and you're missing it. Bro, American Gospel TV is the shot. We will, if we don't, Dwayne, you correct me if I'm wrong. We'll have our episodes on AGTV, right? You tell me if I'm wrong on that, but I believe we've got our episodes will be dropping on AGTV as well. So, or at least that's in the works. Help me out with that, bro, in the comments. Yes, he says yes, we will be on there. So that's just another space. I just heard we're on Audible, right? Audio and videos too. We're on Audible, right? As well. So there you go. Watch agtv.com. Definitely want to promote those guys. Promote Brandon Kimber. We love that brother. He's a dear friend, and so love everything he's doing. Definitely want to support him as well. And so that's what's up. I'll stop. I'm an hour in. Questions, comments, thoughts, stuff you got a problem with, issues you have, stuff you want to challenge us on, whatever. Let me know what's up. Thanks for the Bible study on Romans this past spring. Sure do appreciate that. Kathy, hey Kathy, I am thinking, I better be careful. I am thinking about doing something come January in the way of a Bible study. So I'm praying through what that might look like. So stay tuned for that. All right. My man said, yes, Audible, audible.com/PD, just thinking, da. All right. So if you have Audible, you download books. I download a lot of books on Audible, and but I end up I'll purchase something on Audible and listen to it. And then I'm like, I gotta have the book. So I end up buying twice. So I listen to the book, then I got to have the book because I want to underline and highlight and all of that stuff as well. So anything I missed, anybody from the Just Thinking team, anything that I'm missing that you guys know that I need to cover or that we wanted to mention and the like. But yeah, if you're interested in having us come speak, get a hold of Chris Huff at chris@justthinking.me. Man, if you'd like to support us, go to justthinking.me/support. Man, if you want to download the episodes, justthinking.me. Check us out there. So come on, Philip. I love it. Encourage everybody to keep up your JT gear game up. That's right. That's right. Get your JT gear. Just thinking. All right. Just grateful for y'all's work. Chris, we're grateful for your work, bro. Can't wait to run into you at ShepCon. I think that'd be it. Hit the next episode again. Next episode dropping December 9th. It is a biblical exposition of unity. Don't want to miss it. There are calls in the culture for unity. There are calls in evangelicalism for unity. Let me tell you this. Daryl sent me, I'll tease this out. Daryl sent me his notes. I think he was on maybe page 3. He'd already had like 16 different citations on page 3. I want to say you got, what, 60 some odd citations in there, Daryl, something along those lines. For I don't know, 14, 15 pages that you sent me. I don't know, bro. You correct me on that if I'm wrong. Chad Schrader, what's up, Chad? Thanks, man. Thanks for the congratulations, bro. Means a lot coming from you. Chad is a dear, dear brother from my days at Pfizer Pharmaceuticals. And man, it's been a long journey with where I'm at, from pharma to full-time to now being the executive director at G3. Amazing. 62 citations. The JT hoodies are the bomb. Yes, which reminds me, I got to get my man Lee Dunn a hoodie. I think I ordered it, but if not, I'll have to get a rush order. Definitely Lee Dunn. I got to get my man a hoodie. All right. Ryan Abrams, have you guys hooked up with John Cooper? We love John Cooper. That's our dude. That dude has been rocking Just Thinking gear for a minute and been rocking with Just Thinking for a minute. If you don't know who John Cooper is, great guy. Cooper Stuff is his podcast. We love that brother. He is the lead singer for Skillet, and he's been rocking with Just Thinking for a bit. And I think Dwayne sent him some gear. And but before we sent him anything, he had a hat. He was on James White's podcast or show, and was on the Dividing Line, and he was he had his Just Thinking hat while he was on the Dividing Line, and I was loving it. We were loving it. And so which, by the way, James White has still not had us on his show, man. He had said he was going to have us on, Daryl. I don't know what we did, man. I'll have to figure that out, man. Lorraine said, I think I'm going to order the Just Thinking hoodie as well. Kalisha already has her Just Thinking shirts. Awesome. He's the next guest on the bar. Well, bro, if he's on the bar, man, hit him. I mean, really? Like, we've gone. I mean, it was the G3 of 2018 that he said he was going to have us on. That's how far back that you know, his offer to come on goes, man. So may try to convince my wife to let me get a polo. Good. Yeah, we love John Cooper, man. Love that brother. I saw Angels Fall Down, their best song. Cool. Anything else? Not James White. Bro, my man James White. We love that brother. We love his ministry. John Cooper is the next guest. Bro, holla at him for us, Doc. Please holler at that brother for us, man. I would love to give, my Tuesday nights, Dwayne, I do kind of my own little one-off. I'd love to have him at some point and chop it up. I can't wait to see what you do with that. I think that's going to be amazing on the bar. And so yeah, check out the bar as well. Bar Network. Dang, the Bar Network is exploding, bro. I got to hit you up, man. We got some podcasts that are joining the network, and love to add that too. So yeah, He would love to do your Tuesday nights. I'd love to have him on. I'd love to just connect with him and talk to him. So, but I can't wait to see what you do with him. Yeah, since Dr. White has been messing with me on Twitter. Maybe I could. No, don't do that. Don't send. I'm not sending anybody over to Dr. White, man. Don't kick Phil. Don't go after James. Y'all leave them alone. It's all good. It's all gravy. God's doing what he's doing. We're cool. I'm not sending the mob out on anybody. So no. Chris said do it. I'm saying don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do that. All right. Leave that brother alone. I want to be in that man's good graces. I love Dr. James White. We're cool. It's all gravy. And so it's a good look. All right. What else you guys got? Already in bullseye for not liking it. That's between you and him. All I'm saying is don't let just thinking come out your mouth. We're good. We are good. All right. If that's it, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you guys for joining. Again, don't forget the podcast. It drops December 9th. A biblical exposition of unity. I can't wait for that to come out. It's going to be amazing. If you're interested in having us come speak, hit up Chris Huff at chris@justthinking.me. If you're interested in supporting us, go to justthinking.me/support. What's your new name? Yeah, you can lay on that. I'm hoping I don't give out the monikers. I'm the recipient of the monikers. So Darryl is the one who gives out the monikers. I don't know. They floated Oma G3. I don't know about that. We'll see. I'm not, I'm good on all of that. So that's what's up. We'll see. I hope it doesn't change. My heart will be here in Omaha. I mean, it really will. There's a possibility that one or maybe more of my children might end up staying. So there's, my heart will be here in Omaha. So that's what's up. My church family at Westside, I love them. There'll be something that anchors to this place in some way, shape, or form. So that's what's up. All right. Let's see. Any international trips? Georgia Benjamin. Hey, if you know somebody that would love for us to come out, we're cool with that. We've got some things in the hopper right now with some folks in Africa. A dear brother from I think it's Reformed Church there. I'm working on some video stuff for him. This is a project that Darryl got me hooked up with, and Justin Peters got me hooked into, and so I'm working on that. In fact, I've got to cut some video for that tomorrow to send, and so that's what's up with that. I think that's it. All right. Hey, love you guys. Thanks again so much for your support. All the info is there. We'd love to connect with you. We love you, love you, love you. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for all that you do for us here at Just Thinking. Share this with others that may not have been able to watch it live, but that can take a look at this after some time. All right. You guys take care. God bless. We love you, and we'll talk to you soon. All right. December 9th, a biblical exposition of unity. Grace and peace. God bless.